time to feed the cows. So I gotta figure out where I left the mini skid. I think it's over at my shop. Hey Charlie, what's going on, buddy? Say hey to the crowd. Hey buddy, ready to eat? Alright, come back son. Let's go get your food too. Right now we're gonna feed the cows. Alright, so here's the mini skid steer. Alright, so that's what we're dealing with. A little SK500. Absolutely amazing at what this piece of equipment can accomplish and what it can do. If somebody would have told me what it could do, I would have never believed it. Phenomenal piece of equipment. Highly recommend it. Let me get this done. So I highly recommend the Ditch Witch mini skid steers for really probably the only piece of farm equipment you need. You don't need a tractor. Yep, that's what I just said. That can take place of your tractor. Now, it's probably a little bit more expensive to have it, but way more useful than a tractor will ever be. Unless you're plowing 500 acres or something like that. Obviously this wouldn't be the right choice for that, but I think most of the people that watch my videos are probably smaller farms than that. So for most small farms, personal farms, I'd say that do yourself a favor and look into a mini skid steer. Spend $20,000 on a skid steer, mini skid steer, before you spend $20,000 on a tractor. Now the implements are a little more expensive for the mini skid steer than they are for a tractor, but oh man, it can just do so much more. So Alright, I like to get all strings out of it, baling twine out of it before I even take it out there, because as soon as I get through the gate, they start going crazy wanting it. So I'll just go ahead and get that out first. So I don't know if you noticed it or not, but as soon as I dropped that bale of hay, that red cow there ran over to that hay bale and just started trying to tear it to pieces. And that's what they'll do, is they basically just tear it all apart if you don't put one of these racks around it, and they'll just lay in it. They end up, I mean, they'll eat some of it, but what they end up doing is using it for bedding. So that's the purpose of the I don't even know what you call it, round hay. And there's a piece of twine I need to get out of there. Trying to make sure I got all that out of there. Is to make it where they can't waste a lot of the hay. So if we look over here, I like to move it around. So you saw how I just grabbed the rack with the skid steer and moved it over there on top of that bale, but you end up losing some. You can see right here I've got some on the ground, so you'll lose some through them just, I don't know what they do. They just play in it, I guess, and they just trample in it, and they get to the point to where they just don't want what's down there on the ground, or they pick through, I guess, the good stuff and leave the bad stuff, or the stuff that they just don't prefer. So if I move it around, basically we don't get large piles of this at any one place. So if you look around, you can see over in that area I've got a pile. You can see where it was at. Down in that area past that barrel, you can see to the right of the barrel, you can see a spot where I had it. And then to the left of the gate, you can see a spot where I've had a bale of hay. And I just try to keep moving it around so we don't end up with a big pile of wasted hay in any one spot. Then that way, when I come out here to cut grass, I'm not cutting through, you know, a huge clump of hay. And most of the time it's gonna be wet hay. So at least this way it gives us the ability to spread out what's left. If there's gonna be seed in it, and that seed will germinate. And we're kind of spreading it around. We're using the cows to kind of spread it around for us. So anyways, that's the process that we go through to feed the cows a bale of hay. And I hope you liked the video. Subscribe to our channel if you like what we're showing, and hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified as soon as we release our next video. And hit the like button if you like our videos, and I mean, it helps us to become more popular. I looked earlier today, and we had 37 subscribers, and I was like, man, that's a far cry from a lot of guys. But we're just kind of getting started. We've been doing it for a while. We've been doing videos for a while, but we've just been pretty slack at it. And we bought us a GoPro Hero 8 lately, and well, I actually bought it for Christmas, and it makes it so much easier to make the videos and get them from the camera to the computer. Still takes a lot of time to do the editing and stuff. It takes forever to upload if you're trying to upload in any kind of quality. 480p loads pretty quick, but the quality sucks. So we got one video out there that I did. I loaded it with 480p, and it loaded quick, uploaded quick, but the quality is just not as good as what we like. So I'm trying 720 just to try to make it where it'll upload a little bit faster. I got about a 30-minute video right now that's uploading. I started it last night at about 11:30. I looked a while ago, it said it had 23 hours left to upload. So that just gives you an idea of what kind of time that goes into making some of these videos. And I spent about 2 hours making that 30-minute video. Well, editing that 30-minute video. And you know, whatever time I spent recording it. So a lot of hours goes into making these videos. Hopefully they're of some value to you. That's kind of why I'm doing it.